and welcome back to another YouTube video if you're watching it on YouTube, or just another solo podcast featuring myself, the host of the Bravo Zulu podcast. Well, just check the thing and you'll see my name. I mean, I don't need to say it. It's kind of weird, right? Like start talking in fifth person or something. But what's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while since I did a solo, which I'm sure y'all don't mind, but also a YouTube video. So if you're listening to this and you want to go check out my ugly mug on the YouTube, go ahead and go do that. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff with your friends and families and loved ones and people that you don't like either, so they could maybe it's a little bit of torture for them or something. Tonight we're going to be talking about a couple different things that have been going on in and around my life and others' lives too, maybe. I don't know. To start up, I got the worst of it. I got whole swapped to a different ship. I won't get into the long story of it, but pretty much the community I'm a part of that you've heard me talk about in some of the other episodes, maybe, especially the Manning the Fleet one. This community is a bit different. It's the LCS community. I'll say that. They do things different. The gold crew, blue crew, just the way it's all hooked up is super different, And when you start doing things different, you tend to fall into problems. And Manning is one of those problems. And so the ship I was supposed to be on, that's not even built. We're even really way off down the line. It didn't need me, and someone else did. So now I'm there. That's the short of it. And then, of course, the worst parts of moving to another command or another place, and y'all have heard me talk about this, but is that first question, or the inquiring people want to know, what are you? And so this time they didn't even ask me directly. They asked some other people, and then the people came back and told me, oh, this person was asking like what you are and stuff. And I was like, I'm not even going to get into this right now. We're at a outside function, outside of uniform, and I wasn't going to waste my time with it. But, so I didn't go into the long version. And if you're listening, we've had this conversation, what the long version could be. But I didn't get into all that. I just kind of like, look, man, like, what the fuck does it matter? Like, what kind of stupid question that? What are you? Like did that person ask me? Hear me asking them? So we just kind of got over that, and then but it's a thing that every time you go somewhere, everyone's always asking. Somebody's asking that stupid ass question. What are you? And it's like, motherfucker, I'm showing up in uniform. I'm a fucking chief right now. That's what I am. Like, what the fuck else do you need to know? You know what I mean? Like, what else do you need to know? Right? Nothing. You need to know what my name is, how to address me, and if I'm talking to you, to go do whatever it is. Like the hard military truth of it, that's all you need to know. All right? I'm not trying to get into, you're not my sailor, so, not my direct sailor. I know some people are like, every sailor is your sailor. Whatever. Miss me with that. Right? This person doesn't work for me. I'm not in their direct chain of command. Like, you don't even get to know me like that. You don't. So anyways, that was that. I'll be going on this ship sometime in the future. It's built. It's here locally. It's interesting how they got these things set up, man. Real interesting. And something else I'm learning, as I'm part of this place now, and I'm interacting with more and more people. Coming from the shore duty side, with that chief's mess, with the people that I worked with, and I think it had a big thing of it being short duty. Everyone was happy, right? It was a great command, great working hours. Everyone was happy. Everyone had things going on in their personal lives for sure, but it didn't seem like anyone really let that affect their work or their happiness. Now, of course, everyone has, their own thing to hide, what they want to hide while they're at work. All right. But that aside, no one came into work to be like, hey, I'm miserable with, my life and everything going on the outside. So I'm going to share that misery with everybody else. It never, ever, ever felt like that. And I never saw that. But it's crazy that when you move a mile down the road across the street, onto the wet side, that becomes very evident immediately. That when people have things going on outside of the uniform in their personal lives, that trickles in, and not even a trickle, man. This is a full on like blowed out valve. Like it's flooding. They just let it flood in. You could just they can smell of the misery, right? They just stink of it. It's disgusting, right? They try to put it onto others, right? And it doesn't matter what's like, most, I don't even care what's going on really with you, right? If you want to talk about it, we could talk about it, but I'm not going to try to jump into your personal life and try to get things out of you. I'm not a person who cares if you share. If you want to share. That's fine. I'll listen, but I'm not going to be like, I'm just not that to be like, oh, tell me everything. Yeah, I just met you 30 minutes ago, but please tell me about all of your misfortunes and bad happenings and how your ex is more of a bitch than everybody else's ex, and whatever. I don't care. I'm like, especially when we get into the kind of areas where we're at within schedules where I like the work needs to get done. Like, just, I don't care. The work needs to get done, right? Like, cool. We could chop it up when we got that time, but right now we just need to get some work done. So what I've been noticing is a lot of misery loves a lot of company, and then that misery, they start grouping together. They become tight, and then they start looking at everybody else and I'm like, wait, you're not miserable? Well, just wait, you will be. And it's like why would you wish that on anyone else, right? Why would you want them to be part of your club so bad that you wishing and you're hoping and you're just, you're putting that out into the universe for them, that just, for them to wait and they could be miserable too. I've never been a person that, like, I don't think I had, that ever did that to others. I like, if I'm having a bad day, bad month, then that's mine. I hold that L, right? Uh, you could go to the leadership perspective of it and be like, or, one of those classic sayings that people love to see, leave your baggage at the door, check your emotions at the door, what the fuck ever that shit is, right? But like, which is cool and then, kind of applies, but it's like, like, this is the worst of it. It's not even just, it is emotions, but like, I'm trying to think of it. It's, just your misery. You got to have it. Everyone else has got to have it too. You can't just do it alone. And so, I've been experiencing that with some people, that they throw that out there, and it is crazy that it's not crazy. I think it doesn't even matter if you're in the Navy or not. Like, when your coworkers, they're not hating on you because a lot of times they don't know you. It's more just like they're hating on themselves, right? And to go along with the misery loves company, they're hating themselves. So they want others to hate themselves. So they're gonna share and spread information in a way that comes off as, to them or to others, people can try to be like, oh, no, they're just trying to share information. They're just trying to help out, right? That's all they're doing. That they're just trying to help out. You're taking them wrong, and you can sit back and be like, maybe I am. Maybe I'm taking them wrong. Maybe I don't understand them, know them enough. On the other side of it, a motherfucker knows when somebody's just trying to throw out shade and fucking misery, right? If you approach me on some bullshit and be like, hey, don't worry, you're next. Why would you say that? Why, what, were you next at one time? And that person was right. So since they got you, now they must get me. right? So I can feel what you felt. And that's something with this community. One thing is, as soon as I did get there last year, something, and even before I got there, I heard from others that served in the community. They will move you around. They will do this and do that. Excuse me. And I was like, all right, that's fine. Like, cool. I'm aware of it. But stop putting it out there. I don't care. If it happens, it's going to happen. I don't want it to. But, like, again, it's that, no, like, just wait. They're going to get you. It's like, shut the fuck up. Worry about you. Worry about if they're getting you or not. Don't worry about if they get me or not. Right? Just worry about your shit. And like I said, so that's out there. That feeling and that vibe is out there. And to me, not to get too leadership on it, but that's not what you should be doing as that, like, khaki, right? As anyone for that fucking matter. Hold your own shit, right? Get whatever help you need to get through. And I'm to be specific, I'm not even talking about mental health shit. Okay, that's a different subject. I'm just talking about people being little bitches and throwing their shade and their misery out into the universe for everyone else to pick up on. So maybe they could be miserable little fuck friends or something. That's not me. Don't throw it my way. I don't care about it. Oh, you paying a lot of fucking child support? And you're not even my friend. I just don't know you. I don't know you. Right? I got friends that have told me this stuff, and it's intriguing. It's interesting. It's a conversation worth having. They're my friends. I don't know you, and you complaining to me and bad-mouthing your fucking baby daddy, baby mama, fucking spouse, mama, whatever. I don't care. I don't know you. I don't know them. I'm not taking your side. I'm just going to look at you like, whoa, wow, no, really? Wow. Sucks to be you. Shit. I ain't worried about that. And then they come with that bullshit. Oh, just wait. You'll be there. What? So that's the type of person you are. So that just lets me know I'm not fucking with you. I'm not. You ain't my Liberty buddy. We ain't going to hang out. Like straight up from the jump. I don't care. Throw all the other bullshit away. I don't care. If that's immediately how you step into me from the jump, from introduction, man, you better make sure all your parts are fucking squared away. And when you put them in the system to order, I'm canceling that shit. If you know, you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Because I'm not fucking around with you. Yeah, so that's that part, right? We got and then something else that's like not related to the Navy, really, I think much at all. But something I was excuse me. It's pretty late here right now. I got it in my notes right here. Scams and suckers. Right. So like I was browsing the book of faces on the community page, checking things out, seeing what's being said. And Facebook is wild as fuck. We all know that. But some cat was like, he got scammed out of an unknown amount of money. I'm thinking at least probably $500 to $1,000, because he needed a handyman to do some work for him. So he said he chatted up with the person. It was all good. And then, handyman was like, well, I'm going to need X amount. The person did not disclose the amount, but I'm thinking it's for the job he was doing. I'm thinking it was $500 to $1,000 as a deposit. Right. And then dude bounced on him, changed the number. Dude hasn't heard from the handyman. Post a picture up of the handyman. And people are, oh, yeah, that dude scammed me too, and this and that. And it's like, whoa. So this dude's scamming multiple people, and y'all ain't letting nobody know on the community page? I thought that's what this was for. I mean, it's one thing to, spread information or share people's, hey, I use this person for that. I use this person for that. They're reputable. But when people start chiming in like, oh, I had a problem with it too. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Sorry. Let's not get edited out. Like, you should be posting that. Hey, this person's a scammer. So apparently what this scammer had done was he uses a different name, right? He stole somebody else, pretty much stole some business person's identity, and and their name and their business license number. And then he goes and adds them. And this other thing, we'll get to this. Hold on. He's in the community page. So when people say they need a handyman, he'll chime up and be like, yo, that's me. I got you. Right? Here's my business license number, which isn't his business. It's something he stole. And then, runs the scam and then makes some money and then bounces out and is never heard from again. I gotta stop this. Yo, it's late. And I was just sitting there like, yo, man, y'all suckers, man. Y'all are suckers. Like, are people so cheap today? And it's not about, like, they don't got money because of COVID and stuff. I would look in our community, right, in our neighborhood, and say 90% of the people were working still all last year, okay? And getting those tax checks, okay? Like, so it's not... Okay, they're working. Okay. Military nurses all around the block. Okay, they were working. Paychecks coming in. But yeah, I was like, man, this dude, like, straight up got scammed. And then, it's like, do people not have any street smarts? And I could believe it if you said no in this neighborhood. It looked like a lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of people might have come from it, but forgot or something. I'm not getting scammed out of that shit. And then Nikki hits me up. I don't know why. I should drink that coffee. Nikki hits me up and she's like, yo, someone else is posting on there. And this is even a wilder thing that me and Nikki be like, hell no. Right? Regularly up on this community page. All right, hear me out. People will be posting. It's tough times out there. I get it. Me and Nikki have tough times with childcare also. Okay, and it's only going to get tougher as I get on the ship. But these people will be like, hey, is there anyone out there that could pick my kid up from school this time, these days of the weeks? That's in the neighborhood. You telling me you just read a post, I hope, maybe, if you check the page, from someone getting scammed out of some money for a side job for some handyman work that isn't a real person, that uses a fake persona, fake everything, and is fake on the community page, scamming people out of money. Do you not think motherfuckers are out there looking predatorial about kids? And you are here probably with your Facebook all open or open enough, and then putting your kid's schedule out on Facebook that they don't have no one to pick them up on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 3 p.m. at this school right there. You're stupid. You're an irresponsible parent. I don't give a fuck. No rando person that I don't know for multiple years is picking up my kids, our kids, mine and Nikki's, from school or any fucking place else. But apparently, in today's society, it's okay to post on Facebook because you need help. Because some people believe it takes a village. Nah, man. Not the village of where the fuck I live. Okay, like, no, never. But people do it. People just be like, yeah, just pick them up and hold on to them. I'll get them at 6. No big deal. I trust you. You seem like a nice person. You know who else who seemed like a nice person? Was it last weekend? Right over here in the apartment side of the village. Them people that SWAT raided their house, found like $5 million worth of coke, couple guns, more than a couple guns, like about, I think it was like three to 5 rifles, some pistols and shit. And I think it was like $5 million of coke. That's a lot of fucking coke. I mean, I don't think it's like a lot. I mean, it's not like they be pulling it off the boat coke, like the Coasties be doing and shit. But I mean, you're just over here in the apartments of the village of where we live, and you got $5 million worth of coke up in the spot. But you're walking around, walking your dog, or doing this and that, and everyone waving and saying hi, and maybe you weren't super friendly, but and that was posted on the community page, and everyone, oh my god, never in our community, who would but you're still on our fucking community page asking someone just to pick up your kid. Hold on to him. What if it was that fucking drug dealer that was like, yo, I got you. I could do that. I'm a dad or a mom. I just sell a little bit of coke on the side, make sure I pay this rent. It's expensive as fuck. But I got your kids. And now you might be asking yourself, yeah, but sometimes those people just, they're just trying to pay their rent. They're not bad people. You need to think about giving them kids up if that's what you're thinking. You telling me that? You yelling at your stereo right now? You yelling at your phone like, Josh, you crazy? Some people don't have a choice. Some people, they're good people. They're in hard times. You must not know where I live. Okay. Job or not, that rent is high, and I mean, that's a lot of coke. That's not a little bit. That's not the person that confronts you a little bit, and you sell a little bit and make rent. $5 million worth of fucking coke up in the place. You're good on rent. Okay? No one just fronted you a little bit to pay rent. You're good on the fucking rent, yo. That's wild. Fucking wild. But people sit here and be like, yeah, man, just watch these kids. I got to work late. Which, hey, yeah, like I said, me and Nikki, we're not, fucking unaware. It's coming up on our ass, too. Don't worry about us, though. We got fucking game plans. We always be planning shit. And it's not planning on some stranger-ass motherfucker in this neighborhood just to randomly go pick up our kids from somewhere. Not happening. Not fucking happening. Yeah, then, that's just like, why do parents think it's okay just to be leaving their kid anywhere? Like, and we're talking about like elementary kids, kindergarten, preschool, whatever. Like, what in your mind think that's okay? Michael and Penelope, people like, yo, you crazy, but they probably won't ever do a fucking sleepover. Ever. I don't give a shit. Not unless I know that person for 5 to 10 years, And even then, crazy shit happens. You think you know people, then you don't. So it's just, it's a, and people, again, you yelling at your stereo, Josh, what? Yeah, come on, it's just a sleepover. Yeah, it's just a sleepover till it isn't. All right. So, maybe, you live a life of sleepovers and it was always all good. Cool. But what if one time it's not, and then you were the parent that just was letting it happen? Letting it happen purposefully, but not reading the signs, right? A lot of times, kids will show you them signs as you could read it in any kind of books or this or that, and you just be like, yeah. Here's the thing with parents too, right? Parents, they'd be like, oh, I need me time. I need me time. I just need it to be just us tonight. So yeah, go over to little Sammy's house and go have your little sleepover. And the kid there telling you like they don't want to go to the fucking sleepover. Red flag. Fucking red flag. Right? Maybe stop worrying about you so much. Worry about your fucking kids not wanting to go to Sammy's house for the sleepover. Yeah, no. Our kids ain't going on no sleepovers. That's it. That's that. It's too crazy out there. It's too crazy. People, especially like, if you even wanted to get into like political aspects of today's society and how some sides want to do certain things and push, you can say agendas or whatever. I don't want to get too far into that. But, the way some people think that it takes a village mentality, right? To me, like that definitely be hurting us. as a society, because although sometimes you do need help, right? And sometimes you gotta call people, family members, in to help you, or a very close friend that you trust, wholeheartedly to, help you out. That's fine, you know. And maybe that is your village, but when people start expanding that village to the village of like the 1,000 houses that you live in, and thinking, oh well, we all live here, so we all must be the same, right? Because we live in this community in a nice place in the burbs. So we all must be the same. So that means we could all trust each other. So that means I could trust Tina. Well, not purposely picking that name. I don't know Tina, but I could trust Tina to go pick up the kids just because. Maybe Tina's a bad fucking driver. Maybe Tina that day, fucking is drunk driving. I don't fucking know. I think the worst. And then I plan for the worst. And then I don't have Tina pick up my fucking kids. It's that simple. It's that simple, people. Figure something else out. But then back to us parents, right? Us parents be like, well, we need me time. We need us time. And people would think I'm crazy. And if you want, go to YouTube. If you just listening, go to YouTube and watch the video and leave a comment on there, or visit us on the Facebook page, Bravo Zulu Podcast, and let me know, like, am I crazy? Parents, let me know if this sounds crazy. When you've chosen to have kids, you've chosen to put them children, multiple or child, whatever, before you and your spouse. They are number one now. You get you time right now at 11:08 p.m. on Saturday night is me time. Because the kids are asleep, and I know where the fuck they're at, and they're not with anyone else but me. That's me time. And sometimes me time is at 4 a.m, before they wake up, before the day gets started. Sometimes me time is between 11 and 1, 12 and 2, whenever maybe both of them are napping. Then it's me time. And me is struggling with some things. Gut. But I don't put my kids aside for me time or for me and Nikki time. We wait until the time is available. And right now, me time's about to end because I just heard a baby girl crying in her room. So I just think it's crazy. Like, think about it. Just think about, what we as a society and the things we are starting to push to allow for as acceptance. Is it really making things better? Right? There's a lot of creeps out there. Put it like that. A lot of fucking creepers, man. And the more people push for them to be accepted, and push for I'm looking off because I'm thinking push for I'm trying to find the right words. Just for these societal village raise your kid norm shit, right? To you could even go as far as saying to get rid of the nuclear family. Look that up if you don't know about it. To get rid of that and just make it like this, this. It's okay to be in this situation, and it's okay to be in whatever situation you are. But it's okay, to have the village raise your kids, and it's okay for these people to be creeps and all that shit. And then it's just, when and if you decide to have that child, then it's probably gonna be kind of scary. Yeah, and I bring that up too because someone asked me the other day. They're like, "Yo, do you guys ever think about like, the world you're raising your kids in?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! It's just scary as shit. It's scary as shit." He was like, "Well, like, what do you think about?" I was like, "Well," and I was at work, so I didn't go too hard because this politics shouldn't be talked about in work. And I was like, "Look, man, like, I'm just afraid like my kids won't be living in the same country that I feel like they should be living in, and you take that however which way you want, but yeah, there's a lot of changes that are good and a lot of changes that are bad." Okay. And I was like, yeah. And then, another coworker was like, yeah, chimed in and was like, yeah, like, climate change and global warming, or whichever term they use nowadays, right? And I was like, yeah, I mean, that fucking too. It's not the first thing on my list, but yeah, that's, I'm not going to beat that drum hard because, like I said, it's not the first thing on my list, but sure. By the time our kids are fucking old, like, is San Diego still going to have the awesome weather? Are they going to be living here somewhere else? Or is it going to just be like summertime, a nationwide average high of 100 degrees, no matter where you're at in the country? And in the wintertime, an average low of freezing everywhere. Florida, Arizona, the Sun Belt. That's real climate change. When you're starting talking about degrees of averages changing throughout the spectrum of the seasons. But anyways, and so that was answering his question, right? Was like, yeah, man, like I do. Me and Nikki, I think both do. Not just too many words in her mouth, but like, we sit down, we talk about things like, what will this look like? What will that like? How do we, like any parent or parents do, right? How do we want to raise our kids? What are the values we're trying to teach them? Where can we send them that teach them the same kind of values? And just all kinds of stuff like that, So, yeah, I think that's about it for today. I think I'm going to stop there. Parents just, man, it's not about you, parents. It's not about your spouse. Everything comes second to your kids. I think people disagree. I think some of those people are crazy. Some of those people are crazy. A good balance of it, right? A good balance would be the best approach, as with most things. But it's okay. So something else I heard. We'll go do this real quick, and then we'll wrap this. Someone was talking about work-life balance, and they said, when you're talking about balance. Excuse me, as I step away from the mic a little bit. That means work life. That means you're doing as much work as you're doing as much personal life, because they're balanced. Balance means equal. And I'm at a spot where, like, no, I want the life to be heavier than the balance. And no balance. I want life. I want family to outweigh work. And same thing with like spouse and kids, right? Like, usually they're balanced and you have more control over it. But, a lot of times, especially when your kids are younger, the kids, other way, I don't know how to do balancing. They weigh heavier, right? It's a scale. So the kids weigh heavier. You take care of them more. They need more. They're fucking kids. They need more. Your spouse can cook their own food. Your kids can't. Until a certain age comes when your kids can. And then all you're doing as a parent is wishing like you could do more for them, right? Anyways, that's all I got for today. Thanks for joining us again on the Bravo Zulu podcast. Let's see if I hit the right button. I didn't. But thanks for stopping by again. If you're on YouTube watching this, thanks for subscribing. Turn on the bell for notifications whenever we go live or post another video. Don't forget to share and subscribe. If you're on the Bravo Zulu podcast listening to iTunes, go ahead and go leave a review. 5 stars only, please. I think it's worth 5 stars. You do too. Come on. And then leave a little review. Let people know what you think about the podcast. Don't forget to like, share, all that good stuff. And we're out. But don't forget, for more information on how you can support the podcast, please visit us at anchor.fm/Bravo Zulu podcast. The information, views, and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely of me, Joshua Moore. And do not, I lost my spot. I can't read people. Necessarily represent the DOD, DON, or those of the respected institutions or organizations. Thanks for joining us.